My preceptor told me that I did a good job today, and I was so happy I could almost cry. We were getting ready to extubate a patient and get them out and wake them up from anesthesia when they started going into anaphylactic shock. I'm telling you this story now from the perspective of it's over, the patient is safe, and we know what caused it. But at the time, all we knew was that we were getting ready to extubate the patient and wake them up and get them into post-op when they started their blood pressure just started tanking. It was really scary. Then the anesthesiologist gives the patient like 2 doses of norepinephrine and it's not working. They're not responding, and we're like, what's going on? Surgeon finishes closing and then they kind of clear out of the way. We call another anesthesiologist into the room and he just boom, nails a PICC line. We're trying to figure out what happened, and we look at the monitors and we just see like there's just a place where all of a sudden the heart rate spikes, the blood pressure drops. We just can't figure out what's causing this. Well, the other anesthesiologist goes, you were getting ready to extubate the patient. What happened? What were you doing? Like, did you give them a medication? And we looked at the medications and we had given them neostigmine and glycopyrrolate. He goes, maybe, just maybe, they're having an anaphylactic reaction to that, but neither of them had ever actually heard of that happening. During all this time, I'm running around doing what I can, but mind you, this is my second day on my anesthesia rotation, so I only just learned how to intubate today. I only just learned how to change fluids today. I only just learned how to administer drugs today. And we are running out of fluids, so then I run and I grab other fluids, and then the patient is awake now, but still not very well compensated. And so then the patient's telling us that the patient's cold, so then I run and grab blankets and we cover the patient. And whenever I can, I'm grabbing things that I know where they are and helping hand them to people. But if I don't know, I'm kind of just trying to lean up against the wall to be as much out of the way as possible. Well, we get the patient stabilized once we realize that it's anaphylactic shock, and we administer the proper drugs for that. And then I'm with the anesthesiologist afterwards, and the anesthesiologist is trying to order a test to see, is this actually anaphylactic shock? So I'm looking up what tests we can do while he's on the phone with the lab asking what tests we can do. While the anesthesiologist types up the note, I am looking up, can you have an anaphylactic reaction to neostigmine? Can you have that to glycopyrrolate? Turns out that you can, and it's so rare apparently that there's only really case studies on it, not very many conglomerate studies, at least from what I saw from a 30-second search while he was trying to write his note. But I did find that the incidence is like 1 in less than 10,000 people for neostigmine, and then roughly about the same for glycopyrrolate. The range was kind of wide. So then afterwards, we're walking and we're kind of cooled off. We're walking to the next patient. He pokes me on the shoulder and he goes, "You did a good job today." I was like, I was baffled. I was at a loss for words that he said that to me. He said that I did a good job of identifying things that needed to get done and actually doing them when it was opportune for me to do that. And just that little bit of encouragement has me cheesing for the rest of the day. I'm really glad that the patient is safe, healthy, and sound now, but I'm also really glad that I got to witness something like that and grow from it in my medical education. Happy to have gotten praise from a preceptor.